crispy chicken is from a taco place.
This crispy chicken is from a taco place?
The taco place?
Taco place. It comes in a burrito, too?
From your taco place, it's also a chicken place that's also a taco place.
Check out the all-new Blue and Orange store at the Boise State Hall of Fame. The Blue and Orange store has your best game day gear. We're talking jerseys, hats, bumper stickers, car flags, more than 4,000 hats on the hat wall. If you want the best Boise State gear, make sure you check out the Blue and Orange store online at theblueandorangestore.com or the all-new Blue and Orange store down at the Boise State Allen Noble Hall of Fame.
It's the fall kickoff sale at Lithia Ford of Boise. It's the best time to trade in and trade up to a new Ford truck or SUV with the room to haul your payload or playload. Visit Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho.
Bronco fans, the new Boise State trading cards are here, and you can only get them at Jackson's. Start collecting them today. Jackson's, let's go!
And final blade of grass. Done. And done. Who knew it'd take 2,007 man-hours to paint 47,962,053 blades of grass? Smells like game day. Whoa, it's not dry yet.
Welcome to the Lithia Ford of Boise pregame show from Bronco Nation News. Game time is approaching, and we're getting you ready with the latest pregame news, interviews, analysis, and more from BNN. Have a pregame score prediction or comment? Let us know in the ICCU YouTube chat, or leave us a message on the Signature Roofing voice box at speakpipe.com/BNN. The BNN pregame show is presented by Lithia Ford of Boise. Lithia Ford of Boise is a proud sponsor of Boise State Athletics and proud to support our student athletes through exciting NIL partnerships. From the blue turf to wherever life takes you, Lithia Ford of Boise is here to get you there. Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho. The title sponsor of Bronco Nation News is RowPaint.com, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics. For all your painting needs, check out RowPaint.com. Now, let's head out and join five-time NSMA Idaho Sports Writer of the Year, BJ Rains, for the Lithia Ford of Boise pregame show on Bronco Nation News.
Well, good afternoon, Bronco Nation, and welcome to Albertsons Stadium. The James Kitchen and Bar, to be exact, across the street from Albertsons Stadium. But look at the tailgaters. It's homecoming. It's a perfect day for football, perfect evening for football. And we are pumped up to be back in Boise, Boise State, New Mexico, coming up on the Blue here in a couple hours. The game will be on FS1. We are here at the James Kitchen and Bar. As I said, we got Brad Bedell, we got Kent Riddle, we got myself, BJ Rains, Kanan Rogers helping out as well. And I'll tell you what, Brad.
Five-time BJ Rains.
That's right.
Five-time award winner.
Five-time.
Oh, come on. Air Force. Sorry. Let's go. Go
well,
ahead.
I was going to say there's a lot of games on, a lot of scores, upsets, things we'd much rather be doing than here previewing this game. But Kent, we're going to see how good the tape was that I put on the wall there to hold that thing up for you.
I've had a couple flinches already, so we'll see.
Boise State, New Mexico, looking forward to a 15-point spread. But as you said, there's already been some upsets today. We have Oregon going down, Oklahoma going down.
Iowa State going down.
Is UNLV going to go down? What do we got here?
Looking like it. Now, the quarterback's starting to throw some dimes, and Air Force can't cover anybody. I think I can run a go route and make it complete.
How much time left? A minute?
54 seconds. Oh, they got him.
All right. Well, hopefully you guys can hear us okay. If all three mics sound okay, let us know. Beautiful afternoon, beautiful evening for football here, guys. And tough one to Notre Dame, Brad, but you get 2 home games back in front of sellout crowds. Homecoming tonight, a chance to stay undefeated in conference play and kind of get back on track here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it should be a great atmosphere between homecoming and parents' weekend. So you got everybody back in town, and parents get to see where all their money's going. And so I think you got a 3-2 team walking in here. A big win at UNLV. Now, I think they may get drummed if it's UCLA, if it's the current UCLA staff, because they're beating everybody now. So, I think it's a New Mexico team that's probably got a little bit more confidence than a typical New Mexico team walking in here. But like I said, it's still New Mexico.
Kent, one of the longest home winning streaks in America. I think top 5 or so at this point. Missouri losing today, knocked another one off, so they went a spot higher. But
Oregon losing.
Yeah,
right?
that's Oregon had the nation's longest, so now they're probably top 3. We'll have to find a Jay Tuss Twitter account. I'm sure he's all over it. But homecoming, sellout crowd, perfect evening on the blue for a game tonight.
Yeah, weather couldn't be better. We're not roasting out here this week, so much better. Looks like it's gonna be a great atmosphere. All sorts of people heading down. Come join if you're not on your way already.
What do you guys make? You mentioned New Mexico, and we can get into Jason Eck and what he's done there. But this New Mexico team, they like to be very creative on offense. They run a lot of trick plays. You mentioned they have the UCLA win, which is certainly going to have Boise State's attention. You can say, what does that mean? We'll find out. Like you said, it's obviously a new UCLA staff and play caller and things like that. But this ain't your typical New Mexico team coming in here. Boise State's 13-1 all time against New Mexico. The Lobos
and touchdown UNLV.
Oh, no. What are they? Was it a phone? Oh, they gave it to him with 36 seconds left. Rid, I know you were, not to bring up bad memories, but 2015, obviously New Mexico came in here. I mean, this is a team that has won on the blue.
Absolutely.
This ain't your typical New Mexico team. They're going to come in here with nothing to lose tonight.
No, I think they're probably more along the lines of those teams than anything. And, Coach Eck, obviously, he's done an unbelievable job everywhere he's been, but he's going to let it all fly tonight.
There's no doubt.
I'm sure we're going to see some trick plays and all sorts of fun stuff.
The other thing is when you watch them play, at least on TV that I've seen, they have a lot of fun playing. And that is Coach X, the way he rolls. I mean, the one thing about Coach X, if you ever have him on Twitter or see him on social media, he loves it. He has a lot of fun. He's an old line guy. I think he's very demanding, but those players love him, and what he's done in New Mexico to this point, he did a great job at Idaho. As much as you don't want to talk about it, he had them rolling there. He gets the New Mexico job, comes down there, immediately stops the transfer portal, whoever would take some of those players, and then he comes in, the players start loving him, he starts having fun, and it's like, hey, this is New Mexico football, and he doesn't shy from that.
Yeah.
He loves to have kids to have fun, and he loves confidence, and that's what he ensues.
And we talked, Rid, with him down at Media Days, and I know you'd known him previously, but getting to go to some of those social functions up there at Legacy Club, up there on the 60th floor at Circa, and just kind of, shoot the breeze and have a beer with him. I mean, just seems like a guy that's easy for his play. The players probably love him.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think Brad hit it. Like they love him because he's a very honest and open person. And he does like to have fun. He makes things fun for him, but he holds them accountable now too. And I think, we always used to talk about that. Like great players like that. They don't want to be, if you're there to be as good as you can be, then players want to be held accountable. They don't want to not be coached and all that stuff, and he does a great job of that.
What kind of, you mentioned what he did at Idaho, but New Mexico with those facilities and their lack of kind of NIL budget and money and not a recruiting hotbed there in New Mexico. What kind of, who knows what the rest of the season's going to hold, but to be 3-2 at this point and have a win over UCLA, and I think with 60 plus new players, how hard is it to turn a program around at New Mexico?
Well, I think it hasn't been done since Dennis Francione. And he did win long time, 110, and got out.
And I think, did they win? Did Bronco get them 5 wins last year? I think they were 5-7 in his too. 1 year there. But big picture, it's pretty tough to win there.
Very tough to win there. And I don't want this to be a Coach Eck. I'm going to be, what I'm saying? As long as you know where I'm getting at, right?
Thank you.
But I think when you walk in, when a head coach walks in, there's 2 ways of doing this, right? There's the bring the hammer down, and this is the way this is going to be, and you watch kids walk out or go, you know what? I want to get to know these young men. I want them to know my personality, the way I'm going to attack this job, and the way I want this staff to interact with our student athletes. And I think that's infectious. And I think what he brought in there, the players rallied around it, and it's working for him there. Right, it worked for Idaho. That's his style, and I respect the way his style is going right now.
Now, he did say in his press conference this week it'll be louder in this stadium than it was at the Rose Bowl for the UCLA game. But
there was
they did
10
play
people.
But they
it's
played
like Baylor.
Well, they did play at Michigan in their first game, though. So I guess what I'm saying is, I know this is a different atmosphere, but they have played a tough. At least the Michigan game played in a hostile environment already.
Absolutely, I still hold. I mean, I think if you're down on the field here, it might be harder to hear. I'm not saying louder. Just harder for offenses to hear on this field than probably at Michigan.
I played at Michigan, and I've obviously coached here. Michigan they sit on their hands a lot. They're not a very involved fan base.
Well, and it's because it's so big, it goes
Everything comes out,
not up.
Yeah, you can't. There's been times here. This is as loud as. It's a little bit less louder than an LSU night game.
Well, there was a lot of people that went to the Notre Dame game last week that said, for as big as that stadium was, it really wasn't that loud either.
I've heard that. I don't think it's very loud. It's Notre Dame.
Speaking of noise, guys, so I have the number here. With Oregon losing, with Missouri losing, a win tonight by Boise State would tie Alabama for the nation's longest home field winning streak. Boise State at 14 home wins in a row is now one behind 15 of Alabama, which is the most in the country. So we've, for decades or whatever, talked about it being one of the toughest places to play, and kind of fitting, I guess, right now. A win tonight makes it literally the toughest place to play. Longest home court winning streak in America, or home field winning streak on the line tonight.
That is true. So got to go get it.
I don't think they're talking about it right now, but it's going to be a good thing to talk about later.
Thankfully, we have the guy that's going to get the crowd fired up right here now.
Are you raising the chaos flag?
He is. Let's grab him, Mike. We can bring him over here now. I do have a surprise video for him.
You've got a homeless guy to do it now.
Is his mic turned on? Are we good to go?
I love you. You know that. I love you.
They'd be too scared to see what Bedell would do on the field. That's why
I did not play here, and there's a lot of people that would revolt if they chose me.
And I'm surprised they didn't revolt at me.
Riley Smith, how we doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing great. It's a homecoming week, game day, beautiful weather. It's an awesome day.
Now, you've been making the media rounds this week. You're on with Jay Tuss, and then you just went on the official pregame show. And now you're now you did on the Jay Tuss show. Give a little credit to Riley and Rich.
I shouted it out.
You did. And we did have a thing. I did say, guys, and I know you'll probably laugh at me, but I was wondering how much I'd have to pay Riley to raise the Chaos flag wearing a BNN hat tonight. I was willing to get some marketing out there, maybe throw down some.
Wise decision.
Yeah. No,
I don't know how much it would have cost, but I thought, you know what, Riley wants to go hat backwards. He's too cool to probably sport the BNN hat tonight.
Hey, for the right amount of money, I would have wore it forward.
What homecoming, man, though? How's it feel? Just your thoughts coming into this one, man.
I mean, it's awesome. Like, you walk the campus. I was just over by the stadium for the Bronco walk, and it's the biggest Bronco walk I've seen since I've been here. It's packed out over there, so I know the juices are flowing. Tailgates are looking good, so it's a great day to be homecoming.
Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this or not, but I have a little bit of a surprise for you here. Your head coach, well, I don't know. You guess he was never your head coach, was he? At the very end, Spencer Danielson.
Yeah,
last couple of games.
Sir.
I asked him about you raising the Chaos flag and if he had a message for you, and here's what he had to say. Well, jack up number 6 here once I hit play on this.
I'm getting the crowd pumped up. Yeah, I'm fired up that Riley's raised the flag first and foremost. I mean, he is just a great young man. I love being around him. And if I know Riley, he is going to be getting this crowd fired up. Yes, and that's just who he is. I mean, he's got an engaging personality. When you're around him, you want to run through a brick wall. So trust me, the Chaos flag will be flying with Riley.
He says you're gonna get him fired up. He said, and I said if he had any tips for you, and he said no, you don't need them. You're gonna be ready to go.
Are you going Skins?
I thought about it. If it was a snow game, I would be ripping the Skins like Coach Pitt was on the field, dude.
Right?
I would be letting it rip.
Yeah.
Who knows? If I have enough drinks, I might be ripping Skins.
Now, wasn't there some talk of you trying to get up in the crane?
I was trying to get up in the crane because we work with Side Crane out on our projects and know the guys that are running it. So I tried, but it's a night game. And I wouldn't want to be the one to fall off the crane on a Boise State game day. So I'm glad that one got shut down.
Oh, they missed it, I guess. They're cheering. They just went for a long field goal to try to tie the game. It looks like they missed. I thought it went in. 51-48. How about that? The over hits.
Yeah.
That's
UNLV
good.
takes down Air Force. UNLV remains undefeated coming to the blue. Was that a trap game for UNLV? Kind of looking ahead to they have Boise next week, and Air Force is 1-4, and
that's a staff that has not been against the triple option for a while.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, not only that, it's also like with the way they're throwing.
I believe that was Nick Saban's pick. There's the kick.
He had the distance. It must have just been he must have hooked
Push it right a little
Yeah, he
bit.
did. He just pushed it right.
Oh, barely.
That's good. It'll look even better when we beat them next week.
Absolutely.
Now, somebody asked me this week. I said the answer was 0%, but somebody asked me if they thought this was a trap game for Boise State. I said, you're coming off a loss to Notre Dame. You come off a loss to anybody. You can't be looking past anybody at this point, right?
Northwestern was a trap game for Penn State today, though.
Well, that's a different style. But at the end of the day, right now with Boise is you can't have any trap games because you got a glimmering hope to get into the college football playoff. You got to every game you better come ready to play.
You would have to hope for some chaos in the conference AAC championship game or something.
It's coming.
Yeah,
something's going to happen. It's coming. I mean, think about there's always the 1 week where everybody's like, it's just everything got blown up.
Yeah.
It's just you got to be in the bottom, not the bottom, but we're just waiting, right? It's like when you go out, like in college, you're waiting. Like some guy is waiting for your scraps, and
right.
you know what I mean?
100%.
Long time ago, dude. Long time ago.
Did you know, Rid, that I heard Jay Tuss say this? I didn't realize this. Every single one of this guy's career touchdowns came on the blue.
Came off a boot?
Came on the blue.
On the blue.
No, that's not true.
Two of them didn't.
He ran a streak route in the Las Vegas Bowl that scored.
No, I almost scored.
Tackled it like the 3.
What a loser.
It was embarrassing.
Was that the first play of the game, or that was like the second? That was
UNLV game.
Yeah.
No, I got down to I think the 30, and then we ran another trick play, and I was open. I was like, oh, this is it. But no, it didn't work out. But trust me, I didn't
say that surprises me.
Yeah, I didn't. Trust me, I didn't plan for all my touchdowns to just be on the blue, but that's how it worked out. So
the highlight of that one in the back of the end zone against Colorado State, where you were kind of barely kept your foot in somehow. Yeah. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, that was a cool one. Ran straight into our camera girl, so she toughed that out for sure. But
I mean, I know you're back doing the show and all this, but you are raising the flag tonight. It is homecoming. I know we've talked to you about this, but just to be a former player, still living in town, being a part of this as close as you are. I mean, what's something like tonight mean to you?
It means a lot. We have a lot of people coming back in town. Alex Tubner's back in town. Colt Fulton. There's a lot of alumni that come back to come to this game, and being able to have the parents, we can come see where their kids go to school, see the environment of Boise State, because I'm sure for a lot of them, this is their first Boise State game. And it definitely means a lot. The crowd is fired up more than ever, and being able to play on the blue for your homecoming game is unbelievable.
And I know you guys talked about it Tuesday. Great show with Kamale Correa. Folks missed it, they can go back and watch that. But coming off a tough loss like that, I mean, what do you think the mindset is for those players kind of trying to get Mountain West championship?
Right.
Still undefeated. It's still that goal is attainable. And like Brad said, who knows, whatever else could happen. I mean, what do you think the mindset of that locker room is going into the game tonight?
For sure. I know they're definitely a little pissed off. That's how you always come after a loss. But, I mean, you're never out of it. Like Rid was talking about, Cameron was telling us, we were still in it to win a championship in 2023 when it was a 0.01% chance. But we have the whole entire conference ahead of us, and we're going to go dominate it, and we still have a chance to make the playoffs. I wouldn't put that out. It's always out there, and these guys take it game by game. They're going to keep rolling over teams and keep playing, and it works out.
All you need is South Florida lose a couple, and
yes, exactly.
But weren't you guys 3-2 in 2014?
Oh yeah.
Dangerous people. A dangerous football team is a football team with their backs against the wall because they got nothing else to win. They got nothing else to prove. It's like we talk about trap game. You walk into a game and you're like, if you give these guys one hope, they're gonna take advantage of.
Sure.
It's like that. It's like, never mind. I was gonna it's a wounded dog. You gotta take him out. You know what I mean? Or he's gonna bite you. If you can come in with your backs against the wall, okay, we have to win every game. So we're the wounded dog right now. So you better come out and come play physical brand of football.
And I know Matt Lauder was not happy with not being able to play last game, so he's going to come out. I think he's going to have one of his best games of his career because he was just itching to get on the field last week. Obviously couldn't make it happen, but he's coming in strong. I got to hang out with him this week, so he's fired up and ready to go.
And for all three of you guys, and Maddox Madsen, what do you make of him coming into this game? And obviously his coach was pretty adamant that he wouldn't want anybody else in America but him, coming into this game. And a lot, after the 4 interceptions, it's funny, this show last week, everybody is playing great, back-to-back 300-yard games. He has the 4 picks, and folks are calling for Max Cutforth to come in. I mean, what I would assume he's a guy too that is eager to get back out there and try to shut some people up tonight.
Absolutely, yeah. I love Max, great quarterback, but dude, Mad Dog's the guy, and he's one of the most poised quarterbacks I've ever been around. This last game is going to shake him for the rest of the season. He's a stud. He's going to take care of the ball. He's going to continue to lead the team. That's one of his biggest attributes is he's a leader out there, and when he steps on the field, you feel a different type of presence, and he's going to go out and dominate. Flushed the last game. He learned from his mistakes, and he's going to go out, continue to push forward. And when he starts stacking these wins, I know the fans are against him right now, but you guys are going to see why he's the truth.
And again, everybody, the quarterback always gets way too much credit and way too much blame.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of different things that go into. It's not like he was just back there chucking it up, hoping for stuff to happen.
He didn't play very well. I get it. 3 or 4 picks. Everybody shut up and let him play and support the kid on the field. Don't. Okay, you started it. This is going to come Monday, but I couldn't be there. Okay, don't come in here on the blue and love it when he wins and shit on him when he loses.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't do that. Either support the kid and love the kid.
There's your boy Cole. You want to get the? I'll give them my mic.
People.
Yeah,
so they can have my mic.
Tubes.
Come here, Tubes.
Yeah, don't come in here and all of a sudden you love the kid and he's the greatest thing of all time. Yeah, and then all of a sudden he comes out to Notre Dame, didn't play his best game, and now we're just going to say bench him. We should have bought anybody else. Shut up and just support the kid to win. Yes,
this kid's a winner. There's nobody I'd rather go to war with than Maddox Madison. That dude is a baller with his back up against the wall. Mm-hmm. He's the one you want at the helm. I think anybody that's played with him can attest that he's that dude, and you can't judge him. Put the whole team. Like Bedell said, you can't put all that on him, man. There's a lot of shit that goes on in the game. Oh,
played a lot of man.
A lot of stuff that goes on in the game, man. But that dude's an absolute warrior. Yeah. He's a baller. He's a hell of a quarterback, and that's the dude we want at the helm.
Absolutely.
Perfect. What are you guys doing? How's everything else going?
Oh, it's great. Just enjoying.
There you go.
First time for both of us,
They're fans.
Fan interaction. Everything's awesome.
Cold sleeping on my couch, so he's
making it work, baby.
for $10.
I should charge him.
You know he would charge me for sure, Bedell. You know he would.
Business fan.
But I mean, you got is it a bounce back game for him? No, he's got to come in and just be the quarterback he is, and he's going to throw for 4 TDs, and they're going to mop him.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it a lot. Like quarterbacks, like you said, always get all the praise, all the blame.
Yep.
But like I said, he's a poised guy. He doesn't listen to the outside noise. He's just going to step up, make plays for the team, and continue to pushing because, like I said earlier, he knows everything's still on the table for us to take. Mountain West Championship, we can still get to the playoffs. He knows that, and he's just going to lead a team to continue to 1-0 every single week.
Absolutely.
What's the score? Predict it.
I'm going to say 42-10.
I like it.
Good one.
I think New Mexico is a much more competitive opponent than years past, but I'm still going to say 35-17.
I like that.
That's a good one.
I like that too.
Hey, this one is a safety, no joke. All the trick plays that they run.
It's kind of like old school Boise State in a way. Like you're going to get
plays can either go really good or really bad.
Yeah,
though. That's
either you're scoring or you're getting booed off the field.
From a defensive point of view, though, you spend a lot of time in the week preparing for that one play game. So there's something to say about having a trick play be part of your scheme.
It's like running the swinging gate. It just you got to spend 10 minutes on it, and it just pisses everybody off.
Yeah, it's annoying. But it adds to the game.
But yeah, I agree with you. It'll be No, I think you guys are about right.
Yeah, Riley's can't be late. Got to get the flag up.
Yep. But they're going to go tailgate, so they're going to have a good time. First time being fans, a part of Bronco Nation.
Yeah, we'll see you somewhere.
We love you guys. Go Broncos.
See you guys.
All right,
see you, Tubes.
Go Broncos. Be loud. Be proud tonight.
Riley, one more quick final thing. I mean, what is the technique? So it's not like the olden days where you actually had to raise the flag. now you're doing like kind of a push a dynamite thing, and then the crane raises it up. So what is the technique to get the crowd fired up here?
You guys are going to see. I'm going to try to get some guys on the field, support it. We're going to have some faces that Boise State's going to love to see. Just make it a team thing, and we're going to go out, get the crowd fired. Can we get Riddle and Bedell down there with you? Or I don't know, dude. I don't know what Bedell's going to do down there.
No, I'll tell you this one thing. Bedell is very happily employed. I wouldn't do anything down there.
Hey, man, it's a cool honor. It really is.
It really is.
Congrats, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Have
All
fun.
right, boys. I'll see you guys later.
Riley Smith, Tuesday. We'll see you for the Riley and Rich show. I want to continue just for a minute the Maddox Madsen discussion, Rid, because, I mean, it happens all over the country, right? One bad game and everybody wants a quarterback. I mean, it's just part of what comes with being the starting quarterback. People are saying, oh, did Penn State pick the wrong quarterback, Drew Aller or Prabula? And everybody's talking. I mean, it's not like Boise State's the only school that wants a quarterback bench after a bad game. How is Maddox Madsen at all? I mean, I know he's not reading all that. He probably has no idea a lot of it's coming his way, but is there anything from him more tonight, wanting to just shut people up or quiet the noise at all tonight, or bounce back strong?
My guess is there's nobody harder on themselves than the guys that are in that building. So my guess is that's probably not really an issue. He wants to play well because he probably thinks he left some things out there on the field last week and just wants to play well. But like I said, I mean, to me, some of it is it's never as good or as bad as you think the first time you watch it. So I would guess there's a lot of other things that went on that created some of those problems.
That's what I was going to say. You can't blame one, right? It's like you're playing a lot of man. You better get off the man. You got to have the schemes, the mesh, the pick routes, something that get guys created and getting open. It's just like you can't blame him for everything. That stuff bothers me a little bit just because you love the kids, and he puts more pressure on himself than anything. He's done a lot for this university, and then it's a big game. I get it. Big quarterback's going to show up on big games. I totally get that. He didn't play his best game, and now you just got to move on and get into conference play, win it out, win another championship, which would be his, second, right?
They're going for third in a row.
But it would be his second consecutive, right? So he can make his mark. He's in the top 10 passing, so –
well, I think I saw Jay's tweet, and I screenshot it, but I believe Maddox Madsen is 10-0 as a starter against Mountain West teams. Spencer Danielson also has never lost to a Mountain West team as well. And I saw somebody say, now we're back to celebrating conference championships. Our goals used to be bigger, whatever. But you could still go undefeated in conference. You could still win your conference championship. And how nice, Rid, would a three-peat be on the way out the door to the Pac-12 here?
No doubt. Yeah.
You can't do anything else with a conference title.
Until you win the conference championship, the rest of it doesn't matter. That's great. Like, we don't care about anything. Like, that's not even – nobody even kind of said that. But once you're past that, you got to look ahead. What's out there in front of us?
That's the fan that still goes to the bar and says, well, my team's a 3-time Mountain West Conference title. Your team sucks. So, go.
I had somebody, and by the way, give us your score predictions. Let us know where you're watching from. On the post-game show, we are going to give away that Signature Roofing gift card to Shields, $500 gift card to Shields on the post-game show for everyone that put a voicemail in this week. But if you got a score prediction, let us know. Let us know where you're watching from. Somebody gave us a voicemail this week, guys, and I'm not going to play it, but they were talking about how you coach tackling in practice. And I know they had 17 missed tackles in the Notre Dame game, and it was more of a big picture question in general. And they wondered, with guys getting bigger and stronger and faster, how you coach tackling in practice and the drills you run. Have those changed? Here, put them on real quick. All right, I'll hand the mic back off. Just for a minute here. There you go.
I ain't seen you in a minute.
Oh, yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you guys?
Any day now,
They want
right?
to get a quick thought from
A quick thought?
Get up here.
Fortunate to have Garrett Cunningham, Matt Pistone stop by, and their significant others.
Bronco Nation.
Hoping we make it all the way through the game tonight, right?
What do we got going here?
Nothing. Just saying hi.
See, that's a camera. There's a microphone. So now you got to talk.
All right.
Stoney doesn't know.
We got some trivia or what?
Pre-game show.
Pre-game show. Dude, where the hell have you been the last 5 years?
Fighting fires.
How you doing?
Yeah,
Seriously, fighting fires?
Yeah, fighting fires. Getting after it. Doing what I can. What about you?
Now I know you didn't do a whole lot of. Now I know why you didn't do a whole lot of interviews while you're playing here.
No. I wasn't mature enough yet. Still not.
Still not, for sure. Oh my god! Or you fold like a lawn chair with one-word answers.
Yeah. No, dude. I think I got interviewed about my hair once. It was electric.
Oh, that was a good one.
Fact, because it was
that
electric.
actually was a good one.
Yeah.
When he got interviewed about his hair.
Oh yeah, 100%.
flow.
One of my highlights in college was being mentioned in the same sentence as I think Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
And Jalen Hurts for having cool hair. That's about it.
Yeah, that's on purpose.
What have you been? So, when's the last time you came to a game?
Dude, 1 2 weeks. The last home game.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
I was. Yeah.
I've been around.
I ain't seen you.
No, I haven't seen you either. You've been in incognito mode.
It's good to see you.
Yeah. Happy to see you.
You guys have a prediction for tonight?
You know, I haven't done a whole lot of research on the spread. I'm sure we're favorited.
Yeah, what is the spread?
13 points, I'd guess.
15 and
Pretty
a half.
close, huh? It's almost like a guy looks.
I think it'd be
Almost like you put down a better two.
Yeah, I don't know.
They are. Yeah, they've played
Over
well.
58 and a
Old
half,
Idaho
I think.
coach.
Yeah.
So,
A lot of trick plays.
From New Mexico?
yeah. Trick plays, fake punts, all sorts of fun
Imagine
stuff.
doing anything you can to win. They're going to empty the
Do it
bag
all.
here at 7:45 in there. They're going to empty everything if they've got it hidden from. Remember Fridays was like trick play Friday.
Yeah,
Everything that they've repped from the summer is probably coming out of the bag tonight.
probably. I guarantee. Oh, it's the old U of I coach, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, so he
So
wants
he's-
to be.
yeah. He's
gonna
going to
throw
take his
everything he
shots.
can to freaking beat
Exactly.
Boise State,
Yeah.
100%.
So what's your prediction?
I got Boise, but I think New Mexico's still going to cover.
Okay.
They're going to cover the 15 and a half. I'm going the opposite. I'm going to go Boise State by 21.
That's fair. I'm more in lines with you.
Yeah.
I think
Over under 58 and a half.
Boise, because I think Boise can get a cheap one. And
Yeah.
because New Mexico's depth is not going to be as good as Boise's depth. So if they start throwing some other people in the game,
I can see that.
they can get a cheap one. And
I'm going to say one of the trick plays probably hits, but one of them gets blown up and looks like a real ugly.
Right.
Yeah. Trick plays are always great until you get blitzed or man coverage, right?
Yeah.
oh yeah, because they're gonna. It's the one look. What about this look? We didn't rep it. Well, let's hope we don't get it.
Yeah.
And then you get it, and it's like, oh crap, here we go.
Collingham was a part of many trick plays. Stoney, not so much.
I was, and then I got a cowboy collar and
Yeah,
got
that killed
yanked
it.
out of the
Yeah.
game. That was
was
great. Out of that play.
Right? That was the one trick play that
was.
Stoney had, and he got the
Oh,
cowboy
that's right.
collar, and I took it from him.
That's right.
Part of the Oregon.
He was part of the diamond
yeah.
twirl. You
Yeah.
and JB.
Yeah.
I think we went 0 for on the blocking.
No. I cut someone, but really I just tackled him.
Still scored though.
Didn't call.
Still
Didn't
Las Vegas
call.
Bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't.
2017.
Yeah,
That worked. We scored.
score.
That's
So it
right.
worked.
That's
Yeah.
all that matters.
Yeah.
Results.
Who cares if you got hit 17 times? You got in the end zone, right?
Right.
Wolpin.
Hey, yeah, Wolf had that knack
Bouncing off
just
people.
bouncing off of people and scored.
That did not work out well. Well, I guess it did. But.
We gotta go.
Yeah,
All right, boys.
yeah,
Good to
get
see
in
you
there.
guys. We'll
See
catch
you
up with you
there.
guys later.
All right.
Good to see you, Taylor. Hang in there.
Well,
Good to see you.
Tip over chairs.
We're crisscrossed here. DJ, what do you want this thing?
Good to see you, man. Yep.
We'll see you in a minute.
Thanks. All right. So I was talking about tackling, and somebody said in the 30 years or whatever, like
BJ clearly wanted this to get to this point.
but
Just
I don't care. I don't think it's
we'll
that.
get to third down, special teams, red zone. We'll get to the keys here in a minute.
Red,
but
I
the
think-
question was, as players have evolved over the years and gotten bigger, stronger,
not-
faster, have the drills that you guys teach for tackling changed?
No, I would say this, Rid. I think the limitation and the rule changes by the NCAA, where you can only go live certain amount of times, and you actually have to document when you're going live.
and on top of that, you only have so much depth, right? So it's not like, I mean, when we played 30 years ago or whatever,
Hit every day was live every day.
35. But yeah, everything
Via
was live
CTE.
because there were 125 or 130 guys on the team. It was
There's
like,
no doubt.
somebody gets hurt, next guy step up.
Exactly. When I was in Cleveland, we went full pad 17 straight practices. And it was live 9-on-7 for 12 of them.
Yeah, so
You just
I think
can't. You can't do that.
You can't do that by rule and really by common sense. Football has evolved a lot in terms of like player safety and health and all that, and so you just can't. So there's a million different things they're doing. I mean, they tackle 30-pound bags, or not 30.
So at some
like
point, are some teams just not good tackling teams? I mean, I'm not saying that they can't improve, but at some point, you are who you are through 5 games.
That is true, and I think you would see a change. I mean, let's be honest. How many teams we think are going to have the kind of skill guys Notre Dame had?
True.
And I think
Ashton Genty, if I'm not mistaken, forced a lot of missed tackles.
Well, I do think
year, right?
9 or
is that accurate?
Was it 10 of the 17 or 9 of the 17 missed tackles came on 2 plays?
And
so I mean,
Jeremiah Love breaks a lot of tackles because he's also really good.
Right.
So yes, and then the one at the end of the game, everybody on the defense is trying to get the ball back. They're all swiping at it, stripping at it. Buck Benefield took a huge shot. I mean, at that point, like giving up a touchdown wasn't going to affect the game more than
getting the ball back.
So it was like, yeah. I mean, we can harp on this. I'd also like to meet I'd like to get a panel up here of the people that do the PFF grades.
Uh-oh. He used to be one of them.
I know he used to be one of them. And he's probably taking it a little bit more serious than some of the other people, but I'm just telling you, like the people that I've seen the PFF grades on stuff, and or the breakdowns like cover 3. I'm like, oh really? We're playing cover 3 with 2 high safeties now.
Right. Jet sweep's a trick play.
Yeah, trick play, jet sweep.
But he's around sports. Like they got some nerd in there. Like, oh, that looks cool. Oh, he made the tackle for 7 yards. L on the left guard.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand it.
You're asking people to grade stuff that they're not really
educated on.
Or
don't pay attention to the game.
And it's not that they're not trying. B-Hawk. It's not that they're not trying or whatever. I mean, they're doing the best they can. But also, that'd be good. You can talk with Nathan about this when he comes on. But like how fast those guys are turning that around. I mean, the chances to be accurate.
And they've got to grade every player,
either.
right?
So
you have to grade every player, and I believe those grades come out on Tuesdays,
tomorrow?
right?
12 o'clock, women's soccer. Get out to
So 12 hours of game being done, they have to grade every Division I athlete, right? Do you think they're really spending a lot of time investigating what's happening? The quarterback, complete, not complete. Cool. Do you think they're really paying attention to the left guard all the time? No, it's either you won.
Well, and do they know that like if it's slide left and the center's supposed to be with them and he lets the guy go into the A gap.
Yeah, they don't know MAs. They don't know.
They're like oh, he got beat. And it's like, well, the center was supposed to be there. Did he really get beat?
Correct. I'm with you.
So anyway, that's my rant on this tackle.
Everyone looked that way. I was like, what are we looking at? I didn't see it.
I thought that was my
I was going to get shanked.
Just drive by. I thought I saw Tupac.
Oh man.
Or maybe it was Pitt. I don't know. It could have been either one.
All right. What else are you looking at tonight, Rid, in terms of we could say point spread, whatever. Just playing well, getting some positive momentum, getting things on track. I know we joke about the keys, but just what do you want to see from this team tonight to get going?
Take care of the ball, get back to being excellent on third down, and finish with touchdowns in the red zone. So, I know that is the standard, but see that. I mean, I was watching highlights over here a minute ago. It looked like our defense played a hell of a lot better than NC State against Notre Dame.
Right. Actually, you know what I want to see coming out? I want a physical dominance in the run game. And then I want to start fast on both sides of the ball. Like I would love to see 21-0 with a turnover in the first half. And then we know something could be coming special teams wise. Don't have it beat you. Don't have it beat you. Don't allow them to have an extra possession coming off a special teams trick play.
Yeah, absolutely. But we can't spend the whole game worrying about the trick play. they hit one of those, they hit one of them.
No, but I just don't want them to like. If you're on the opposite staff and you're the special teams coordinator for New Mexico coming into a Boise State this year, you would think like, okay, they've been susceptible to some things the past 2 years.
Yeah.
So you're going to attack a weakness.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So how about this one's better? Let's be schematically sound on special teams. That's a better way to put it.
They'll do something. They're going to try something. I mean,
I agree.
And I think Boise State will be ready for it, and they're anticipating it. So
you mentioned the run game. Obviously, we've put a lot of talk on the three-headed monster running back. Now you even have Breezy back, so you technically have 4 options back there.
Right.
A lot of folks were thinking, I think Dylan Riley had 6-7 carries. I forget the number against Notre Dame. And I know that was there were some circumstances there. They had trouble getting the running game going, but some folks were saying, hey, Dylan Riley had that great game against Air Force. He needs to be featured a little more. Sire obviously came in as the guy. Where are you at in terms of the distribution of carries and what you want to see?
I think that's got to go completely. I think they're going to come out. I think whoever the starter is, right? I don't know what the depth chart says. It really doesn't matter. But I want them to take
Darren College, ladies and gentlemen.
I want them to take advantage of the hot hand. That's what I want. I don't. If you're a hot hand and you've gotten the 10 carries and it's 3rd and 2, don't pull him. Keep him in the game unless he just ripped. If you rip an 80-yard run, usually he's tired. Get him out of the game. But keep the guy in the game. Let's get a guy greased up. I would like to see a 200-yard single rusher.
You were Jai's running backs coach. I mean, had one of the tremendous single seasons in the history of this school. What's your philosophy in terms of one guy versus 3 and how the carries should be divided up?
Well, when it was Jay, it wasn't that hard. I mean, he was better than the other options we had. And those guys were good players, but he was better at doing almost all of the things. I also, like when we had Brock Forsey, David Michael was a hell of a player. And we got D. Mike touches throughout the game, but we kind of rode D. Mike. And then, rode Brock. And D. Mike kind of became a guy the following year and got hurt a little bit. Or he would have been the guy the whole time. But then we had to go to by committee. And all those guys were really good players, but Lee Marks, Jeff Carpenter, Antoine Carter, like all those guys. I mean,
but you had to go to the hot hand if there was a communal carry.
Yeah. And some of it, though, especially when you get into the third down stuff, so much of it is what you've repped that week and who's got reps at it, because the ball handling might be different on third down.
Right. I think third down.
That's why second down.
That's why the
most
NFL
of
has
the run
third
plays
down
are the run
backs.
plays.
I agree with you. Third down back is, if you find a great third down back, he can make a lot of money in National Football.
Well, J-Mac's still playing in year 9 or 10 or whatever.
Because he's unbelievable in protection.
Yeah.
And that's where, if you third down back is the blitz, all the blitzes that third down carries, you want to 2 guys to be prepared for that.
Absolutely.
You can't prepare 5 or 4 for that matter.
Well, I know you guys aren't watching like the All-22 and studying all this, like the coaches are, but Spencer mentioned after the game the receivers maybe need to help out Maddox a little more in terms of trying to win their one-on-ones a little more, get a little more separation. Obviously, that was the storyline coming into the season, the receivers and losing some guys and a little bit of lack of experience. And
what did he say on Monday, though?
It wasn't quite as bad as what he thought after the game.
Yep. So
what do you, in terms of what the receivers can do, though, to help a quarterback who, is coming off of a rough game and trying to help get him going? I mean, not dropping balls, trying to get open. What do you see from the receivers going into this one?
Again, I'm going to go back to who says they weren't getting separation and what was the coverage? Because in zone coverage, I'm still waiting for somebody to explain to me separation in zone.
That's one of your things you like to to go to,
because every announcer just loves to be like, oh, the receivers don't have much separation, or miraculously that's a PFF grade now.
No, in fairness, this came up because the head coach did bring it up.
Yeah, but I guess that's my point again. It goes to a different thing I said, but I think generally it's probably a tough deal for the head coach to have to speak on something when he hasn't been able to watch the film. And you get, maybe 1 or 2 plays kind of stick in your head and you're talking about that and not the other 60 plays or whatever. But to me, like the best thing the receivers can do is be at the point they're supposed to be at when they're supposed to be there. And if the timing's all good, it's all fine, because you're going to throw into some tight coverage and man coverage. That's what it is. And the guy's got to make plays. And I think we saw early in before the Notre Dame game, that was happening. And we went and played Notre Dame, who, oh, by the way, has probably 12 NFL draft picks playing on their defense. And I'm saying in the 2 deep, talking to some scouts and stuff. I mean, they got like 12 guys that are going to go play in the NFL. It's going to be tight in those situations.
They said, we're better than you. Our skill guys are really good. We're going to play a man all game. And
that's what they do against everybody.
That's the head coach's
way. They play man free.
And they didn't separate great in the second half.
Now, I was reading Nathan's great preview about the game, and he mentioned that New Mexico's offense likes to really drain down the clock, and they'll snap the ball with under 5 seconds left on the play clock, limit the possessions. What do you make? I don't know how much you studied New Mexico's offense. We talked about the creativity and stuff, but when they like to really kind of bleed the clock down, how does the defense? I mean, obviously they're going to have extra time to communicate and things like that,
Sure.
and that's more time for this crowd to start making some noise as well.
Absolutely.
What do you make when you hear that a team likes to really offensively drain that clock down?
Now, don't get frustrated.
Yeah.
And the other thing is stay on point offensively, get first downs. Because if they're draining, they're getting 14, 15 play drives, your defense is getting tired. So the offense has got to stay on the field and stay on schedule.
BJ, this is a question for you. Greatest turnarounds in college football over the last, 50 years, 60 years?
Well, I'm probably biased on at least one of them, but I would say
Kansas still sucks.
We're 4-2. Come on.
Boom. Just kidding.
We're not losing yet to Texas Tech, so we're still scoreless.
No, I was
He
kidding.
said Indiana.
Indiana for sure. Kansas
Kansas has to be on there, at least in terms of
Kansas State. I mean, they were literally the worst football team ever until Bill Snyder took over, right? Wisconsin, kind of my point. But both Kansas State and Wisconsin, those head coaches, when they turned the program around, came from Iowa, Hayden Frytree. But my point being, like, Jason Eck knows how to manage a game and how to turn a program around from his own experience of being part of it. And one of the things you do to give your team a chance when you're not quite as talented, same as the academies.
Limit the possessions?
Yeah, limit the possessions, right? So take it down, run the ball effectively, convert, get it to third and manageable and convert. And so that's what they're going to try and do to keep this game close. What screws you on those is giving up big plays when you're on defense and turning the ball over when you're on offense.
Yeah.
So we got to force some turnovers tonight, or get a 3 and out,
and be explosive,
which is really
on
kind of the
offense.
same thing, and a couple explosive plays, which I think we'll see.
So I guess final thing for you guys, and I'm going to bring Nathan in here. But how do you see this one playing out tonight? I mean, obviously we mentioned it. They're coming in here with nothing to lose on the New Mexico side, and they've played in some, played at Michigan, and then they're coming in here feeling, pretty good. They are coming off a loss, so they're probably ticked off as well. Jason Eck. I mean, I don't know if the Idaho connection has him any more fired up for this one or not, but how do you kind of your final keys and how you see this one playing out?
If you were ever part of the Vandal Nation and you had to be in the state of Idaho and listen to everything Boise, he'll have. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to change a whole bunch, but I would just say he's not going to go down with bullets left in the chamber. They're going to fire everything they got. But no, I think at the end of the day, we're a very talented football team, and I would expect that we'll see a return to what we were doing a couple weeks ago. And, I think it would probably be somewhere in the neighborhood of 45-17 or something like that.
I think Boise wins by 21.
And you said getting out to an early lead.
I think they get out to an early lead, and they stick the dagger in, and I think it can go as bad. I think
some guys in there and get some of the other guys
I
out
think
of
this
there.
game could go out of hand.
So,
I'm going
to throw this out there too. I think next week's game could get out of hand too.
Yeah, I agree.
I think next week, 6-0 UNLV coming in here, and that spread's going to be. I think I saw the early line was 8 or 8.5. I think Boise State could lay it on them next week. Personally, I'm already thinking about that one.
UNLV.
You disagree with me?
UNLV sucks.
Are they the worst 6-0 team in history? I mean,
I don't know. I haven't even looked at UNLV.
Sure what that
I know I watched
talk
number.
about that next
I know
week, but
I
I
saw
feel
number
like-
2. That tailback's a big son of a gun.
yeah. I'm just not sold on UNLV yet, but we can talk about that next week. But guys, appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Enjoy the game. Appreciate it. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Thanks,
Absolutely.
guys. There they are. Kent Riddle, Brad Bedell. We're going to have Nathan Carroll jump in here in just a second. We want some score predictions. Where are you watching from? Let's give some shout-outs, and we'll get those here shortly on the Lithia Florida Boise pregame show. Thanks to RowPaint.com. RowPaint.com, our title sponsor, ROEPaint.com. All your painting needs. Make sure you hit up our title sponsor, Andy Rowe, and RowPaint.com. Also, we thank ICCU, Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com. There's a branch pretty much on every corner, but the easiest is that mobile e-branch online banking right there in your smartphone. Check them out, Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com. We appreciate Taco Bell as well, local Treasure Valley Taco Bell locations. Check them out, TacoBellWorks.com. And go get Taco Bell maybe on the way to the stadium, maybe on the way home as well. Get those trading cards at Jackson's as well. Check those out at Jackson's, $12.99 for a pack of trading cards. Make sure you get the 99-cent coffee day or night. And you can do that at Jackson's using your Let's Go Rewards app. And you can do that at Jackson's day or night using the Let's Go Rewards app. We appreciate Jackson's. Snake River Pool and Spa. Get those score predictions in. Let us know where you're watching from. We'll give some shout-outs as well. We appreciate Snake River Pool and Spa Patio and Game, thespateam.com. The Blue and Orange Store. Get your Boise State gear at the Blue and Orange Store, theblueandorangestore.com. Check them out, the Blue and Orange Store. If you're down at the stadium, you can go down there and get your customized jersey there at the Hall of Fame, all the various locations as well. The Blue and Orange Store online at theblueandorangestore.com. And we appreciate Lithia Florida Boise as well, our title sponsor on the pregame show. Lithia Florida Boise, the fall kickoff sale is underway. You can check them out online, lithiafordboise.com. Never a better time to buy a new or pre-owned vehicle at Lithia Ford Boise. Not going well for my Jayhawks right now. We gave up a one-play 71-yard touchdown and then fumbled, and Tech's about to already make it 14-0 here. So I told some folks Tech minus 14 seemed like a pretty good bet, and so far that looks to be the case.
Texas Tech's a wagon. This is like a top 5 team in the country, and not like a Big 12
I'm going to stand, by the way. I've been sitting for an hour, and that bench is kind of short, so I'm going to stand. But
all right. Want me to stand with you?
No, you can sit. All right. Nathan Carroll, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. How you doing? How you doing, man?
I'm well. I know we were talking off air, a little chaotic at the house, getting here, getting babysitter and all that stuff, but it worked out. We're here and looking forward to the Boise State game, and seeing it's been a really great day of college football. By the way, I mean, what an incredible day already, and hopefully Boise State can cap it off with a win and complete a really great day of college football.
Going to be you and me on the post-game show tonight. Looking forward to that. We are going to attempt, by the way, to live stream the post-game press conferences. That'll be a first, but I think we can get it set up where you're going to start the show. We're going to throw it to the post-game press conferences, and then you don't have to wait an hour to hear Spencer Danielson talk. When he goes to the podium, we're going to bring that to you live, and then we'll kind of go in and out when the players are coming, Nathan, and then I'll come up and join you. We'll be up in the press box. The James is going to be closed by the time this game ends, after 11 o'clock tonight. But going to be a late one, but hopefully we got some fun things to talk. I mean, you're 1 and 2 hosting shows at the James or at Uncle Bob's there for the road games. Hopefully, when you open the show from the press box tonight, a little better feeling.
1-0 on home games, though.
That's true.
The Eastern Washington
that is true.
game. So,
that is true.
The Broncos are in good hands. If it's a home game and I'm doing post game. If Boise State loses another road game while I'm working Uncle Bob's, fans might riot and make us discontinue the road game watch parties.
You mentioned some of the upsets and things today, though. I mean, Penn State going down again. We'll see if IU for the win. There you go. Down go the Ducks. Oregon goes down. We got fans cheering, celebrating. There's some other up scores. Iowa State lost, right, to Colorado.
Iowa State lost. Texas manhandled Oklahoma,
which they were favored in the game. Texas was, so it was a little. I mean, one of those ones where it was like I think I might have even bet Texas in one of my parlays because it's like there's no way they should be favored in this game.
They ended up dogs.
Okay, I saw they were -2.
When they found out Mateer was playing, he came out and was
3rd and 7, touchdown Texas Tech, 14-0. Awesome.
But it wasn't close. Like Texas completely manhandled Oklahoma. John Mateer looked very, very bad. I think 4 interceptions. He had a backwards pass that led to a 2nd and 30. Had those results, had Ohio State manhandled Illinois, took care of business there. We had Air Force and UNLV go over. I'm sure you guys were talking about that. That was
a heck of a comeback for Air Force. I mean, UNLV nearly lost there.
Yeah, we had the over in the gambling column. I think I wrote in my power ratings, that's the 2 worst defenses in the conference and 2 of the top 4 offenses in the conference. Like that game was always going to have points. The really sicko one that I had, Kent State scored 42 against UMass. Kent State grabs their first win against an FBS opponent in, I believe, 3 years. Game of the year, 2 teams who hadn't beaten an FBS opponent in 2 years. That was a football game that happened, but it was good for the gambling column. So, yeah, it's been a really fun day of college football.
Texas Tech, for no reason, just went for 2, and now already has a 15-0 lead, so they're already covering.
Yeah.
Shout out Nicholas Bellman watching from Guam.
There you go.
Appreciate you for watching. We got Jesse is in Topeka, Kansas.
Okay.
I would say go on over to Lawrence, man. Go take the 40-minute drive to Lawrence. Much better town, much more fun. And be safe there in Topeka. I'll say that. But let's see what else we got here. If we can't get into the playoffs, let's at least root for some chaos.
Yeah, sure. Why not? And I know you guys are talking about it. There's still a chance. You never know what happens chaos-wise in the American.
Just win out and hope for some chaos.
Yeah. I mean, Boise State in 2014 was 2-2 to start the season. Ended up making the Fiesta Bowl, right? A lot of chaos has to happen, and the American looks really strong right now, but you never know if it comes out that the winner from the American is a 9-3 Navy team. Like, I think 11-2 Boise could get in over 9-3 Navy. Absolutely. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, but handle what you can handle. And also, I was doing some digging in that 2014 team. Grant Hedrick,
yes,
threw 4 interceptions twice that year.
They had 7 turnovers in the Air Force game before they started their winning streak.
Yep, and he had 4 interceptions against Ole Miss to open the season. So, look, if you want a little bit of, Maddox Madsen optimism, there you have it. Grant Hedrick the rest of the year did enough to get the team to the playoffs.
Ben's got 44-24 as his score prediction tonight. Tell us about New Mexico. I know you did some work in your preview column. The New Mexico Lobos 3-2. For folks that maybe haven't had a chance to watch a ton of them, what should we expect from New Mexico tonight?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, they're well coached, right? Jason Eck turned that team over, and they don't beat themselves very often, right? They don't turn the ball over. They don't take a lot of stupid penalties. When they've got trick plays and stuff like that, it's executed at a really high level. You don't see mistakes on that type of stuff. So, Boise State's going to have to be on their best. New Mexico's not a team that's going to shoot themselves too much in the foot. Offensively, they're very creative. They run a lot of different, RPO stuff, a lot of misdirection. They're at their best at their running backs. They've got kind of I would say Boise State and New Mexico have the best 3-headed monster setup of running backs in the conference. They primarily want to run the ball to open up everything else in the offense. As you talked about earlier, they're very slow. This is I expect a low possession game with this, probably 10 possessions for each team, something like that, which is why you're seeing the total start to come down a little bit. People are betting the under for that reason. And then defensively, look, New Mexico is one of the worst FBS defenses of the past decade last year. They couldn't stop a cold. They couldn't stop an FCS team. Your son's flag football team would score 14 on last year's New Mexico team. It was bad. They've totally overhauled the defense, ton of transfers, and they're playing a more complementary style of defense. Let's not give up big plays, keep everything in front of us, try to make tackles, and they've done it at a really high level. They don't give up explosives. They're 95th percentile in explosive rate allowed at just 5.5%, which means that they'll get beat on the little stuff. If you watch the San Jose game last week, I think Walker Eget was 26 of 30 for 300 yards, just hitting little slant patterns and little 5-yard curl routes all day long. So that stuff's got to be there for Boise State. Have to take advantage of it. But all in all, I mean, New Mexico, they want to play a very particular style. They want to drag you into the mud. They want to make it a rock fight. Their ideal way to win is like a 24-21 game where each team has 8 possessions. So I think if you're Boise State, I think Boise State wants to play that style a little bit too sometimes. So shouldn't be an unfamiliar place to be, but don't get dragged too deep into the mud, right? Do your stuff and run the ball and put up points and have a little bit more tempo. But yeah, so that's my elongated conversation on these New Mexico Lobos.
Now, we were mentioning it earlier in the show, but with Oregon losing and Missouri losing, Boise State currently has the number 2 longest home field winning streak in the country, and a win tonight would actually tie Alabama for the nation's longest home field winning streak. I keep saying home court, home field winning streak, 14 games right now. They could make it 15 games with a win tonight. Sellout crowd, I think the 11th or 12th straight sellout as well. It's homecoming, parents' weekend. It's a little cool, but I mean, it's much better than 90 degrees. I mean, put a sweatshirt on. It's not like it's going to be cold tonight, but beautiful evening. I mean, this should be one of those fun, festive atmospheres. You get the light show even from the start of the game, probably at 8 o'clock when this thing kicks off. I mean, it should be a fun one tonight, man.
Yeah, it should be a good time. I mean, it's always great. I think I saw that Boise State since 2000 is I think 23-1 in homecoming games since 2000. So I mean, when it's a Boise State homecoming, the Broncos typically show out. One of the things I'll give a tremendous amount of credit to for Spencer Danielson. It seems like at time under the Andy Avalos era that the whole mystique of the blue had faded. I think his first year, the Broncos went 3-3 at home that season.
Yeah,
Spencer Danielson's done a marvelous job of, hey, this is the blue. We protect our house. Now, hasn't looked as good at the road all the time, but at home, the Broncos have been sharp. They've looked good. So, I think it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a fun atmosphere. It always is. And, I think for the sake of Bronco Nation, I think you guys could use a nice, easy blowout win, like Bedell was saying, go up 21-0 and just kind of carry it home from there, because it's been a stressful season so far. For Bronco Nation.
And I know the numbers are what they are, but it does seem like, and New Mexico's mad too. They're coming off a loss, but I feel like Boise State, Maddox Madsen in particular, the receivers, whoever, hearing the noise, wanting to kind of shut some people up. I mean, this would seem like an opportunity where Boise, like I think somebody said 45-14 or something. I mean, that a score like that wouldn't shock me, I guess, if Boise State came out and just put it on them.
No, it wouldn't shock me at all either. I think there's things about this matchup that you really like if you're a Boise State fan. Now, I'll say this about this. This shouldn't be a Maddox Madsen game. This is a game where he has to play within himself, be a bit of a game manager, because if you look at, okay, what's the biggest mismatch here? I think Boise State's offensive line against New Mexico's defensive line is absolutely a matchup that Boise State needs to not just win, but dominate. New Mexico's D-line has been okay to start the season. It's not a bad unit, but it's small. I was looking, I think all but one of their primary rotation defensive linemen are under 260 pounds. There's a tremendous size advantage for Boise State. Look, when you take a bunch of FCS transfers like New Mexico did, you'll have experience, you'll have veterans, you'll have guys who've played a lot of football, but a lot of times you don't have FBS bodies. That can work in the G5. It's a little different when you're playing Boise State, who really prides themselves on having those kind of power 4 type bodies. So I think Boise State needs to run the ball. I think they need to get after it in the ground game. Markel Reed, by the way, phenomenal.
Look at this guy. He's got to take my job. He's back. He's back to take my job, man.
Phenomenal.
How you feeling about tonight, man?
I'm feeling good, man. Go Broncos. We got New Mexico State, great opponent. But I see
Mexico, not New Mexico State. Come on.
New Mexico, no state. But I see us coming out with a win.
Big win.
Big win.
Can we get a pick six or some sort of fumble recovery or scoop and score or something tonight? Can the defense come make a play?
Yeah, I see Marco having a great night. New Mexico has a great back. So I like Marco making a lot of tackles tonight, a lot of tackles for loss. So
all right, man.
Love it.
Enjoy it, man.
Yes, sir.
He's coming for my job, man. He's tremendous stuff.
Best in the business right there.
You guys
already
had fun, I know, last week doing this. I don't know. Forget what we were talking about.
Yeah, just Boise State run game needs to dominate. I think Maddox Madsen, don't try to do too much, right? Spencer Danielson talked about throughout the week that one of the biggest issues with Maddox last week was letting mistakes compound. I think the mistake in this game coming into it would be saying, I need to bounce back. Just be Maddox. Just be efficient. Don't get behind the chains and let the running game take over, because this really is a game, I think, that Sire Gaines, Dylan Riley, Malik Sherrod, to an extent, they should be able to get loose. They should be able to have this is it wouldn't shock me if Boise State has 2 100-yard rushers in this game. That's kind of how I look at this one.
Okay.
So,
where are you at on the distribution of carries and who should be getting the carries at running back?
Here's where I say I think Sire and Dylan are your
the sun's out again and it got really bright.
It got bright and toasty all of a sudden.
Yes.
I think Sire and Dylan are your guys. I think that's your RB1, RB2, and find the hot hand. I think it should be more or less 50-50 unless you have a week like against Air Force where Dylan Riley's going nuts. Start to load him up the ball. And I think Malik Sherrod, we saw it a little bit last week. He had 30 snaps but just 3 carries. He's starting to become a true third down back, get some reps as a slot receiver. I think that's where he's at his best, with how Boise State wants to run the ball. They want to run in between the tackles. They run a ton of duo, a ton of inside zone. That's not totally where Malik Sherrod's at his best. He can do it, no doubt. But to me, where he's at his best, get him on fly sweeps, get him on toss plays, let him get in space. So that's kind of how I would see it. Dylan Riley, Sire Gaines, let them be your kind of your duo, your two-headed monster with Sherrod coming in on a lot of third downs.
Well, I'm jealous of all these people here at the James. Perfect night. Everybody's up on the patio having a good time. If you are not down here, there's still time to get here. You got about an hour and a half or so till kickoff. You can come have a pregame beverage or drink before you drink, same thing. Cocktail, beer, cocktail, all of the various options they have on your way in. If you're looking for a spot just to come hang out, if you don't have tickets to the game, great spot. Sit out on the patio, watch the game, and maybe you hear the roar of the crowd, know something good's going to happen, and see the TV and have a good night. And then should be plenty of roaring from the crowd tonight, probably. But Nathan, give us your final thoughts, man, on this one. Obviously, again, homecoming, sellout crowd again, and a lot. Boise State can't really afford at all another slip up for a lot of different reasons. But you'd like to see kind of a focused, business-like approach tonight, and hope they can get after it.
Yeah, I came into this. There's some things I feel really confident in this game. I think Boise State's going to be able to move the ball. They're going to get past the 50. The key for Boise State's going to be finish drives, score touchdowns. New Mexico wants to sit back, let you eat up clock, and then try to get stops in the red zone, force you into field goals. Last week, part of why San Jose won, when they got to the red zone, they scored touchdowns. Boise State has to do that. Now, on the other side, I like Boise State's defensive matchup in a lot of ways, except Boise State has the worst run defense in the country in terms of explosiveness. They're really good at, hey, get a stop, but then you give up the 50-yarder. Some of that comes to the tackling issues we've talked about. New Mexico is going to hit theirs. They're going to hit probably 3 or 4 big runs in this game. How do you respond? Don't let those mistakes compound. Based on those two things, the results could go anywhere from New Mexico wins 24-20, or it could be Boise State wins 45-14. I put in the article 37-20 is my prediction, and I think Boise State moves the ball, scores enough touchdowns, and gets enough stops. I don't think it's a blowout 37-20. I think we're going into halftime, and it's 20-13, something like that. Game's still up in the air, and just slowly as the game progresses, the Broncos end up separating themselves.
Devo Bronx says, Nathan says score in the red zone, but our red zone scoring is bottom 20th in the FBS. Just saying.
Is it? I'll have to check on that. I know there's some issues against USF, but it's been pretty efficient in the game
like
since
that
then.
Be the case.
Yeah.
All right. Well, nice crowd, awesome crowd, beautiful evening. It's going to be a lot of fun out there on the blue. We're going to pack all this up. We got to take it all inside the stadium. Our post-game show is going to be in the press box tonight with the game being so late. And like I said earlier, we are going to stream the post-game press conference if we can make it work live. So join us right when the game ends. Nathan, we're going to fire that thing up as soon as we can when the clock hits 0. And we don't have to wait for Brett. We don't have to drag Brad or Kent down tonight. You can just get it going right away. And shout out Kanan Rogers doing a tremendous job behind the camera, getting everything on and off. And by the way, people are commenting on my sunglasses. I couldn't find my normal sunglasses, so I just was looking for any cheap pair I could find. And these are the Stadium Swim sunglasses from Las Vegas, Circa Stadium Swim. They're like the cheap $15 sunglasses you can buy down there, and that's what I had available. So it is what it is. But enjoy the game, everybody. Go subscribe if you can. BroncoNationNews.com. The game thread is already up and rolling. You can jump in there, give us your pregame thoughts. Chat during the game with other folks. Nathan and I will both be there in the chat, chatting with folks. And your first game in the press box this season, maybe ever, I guess.
Ever, yeah. I've got season tickets, and I've got a family who loves to go to the game, so with them to most of the games. It was cold enough and late enough that the wife said, "All right, I'll stay home." So first one in the press box. Looking forward to it. won't get to have a brew like we do when we're a fan at the game, but it's all right. Trade-offs in life, right?
Yep. You get a free dinner up there, though.
And we'll take that. I'll take a free dinner any day.
Well,
of the week.
appreciate you, Nathan. Looking forward to the post-game show. And again, thanks to Kanan. Hope you guys enjoy the game. Go subscribe at BroncoNationNews.com. We'll see you on the message boards. We'll see you on the post-game show right here on YouTube. Some of you are on Facebook. Some of you are on X. Easiest way is to go watch us on YouTube. Subscribe to YouTube. You can chat in there with other folks. So post-game show is going to be, as the kids say, lit tonight. Looking forward to it on the post-game show. Right when that game ends, flip over to the BNN YouTube channel, and we'll be up in the press box, and we'll be talking about hopefully a nice Boise State victory here for you guys. So thanks a lot. Enjoy it. Kanan, thanks again to you, and we'll talk to you guys on the post-game show. Actually, we'll talk to you in the message boards at BroncoNationNews.com. And we'll see you down here at the James. Awesome spot. Still plenty of time to come on down, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bronco Nation News Live, BroncoNationNews.com. Lithia Ford Boise pregame show. Take care, everybody.
And final blade of grass. Done. And done. Who knew it'd take 2,007 man-hours to paint 47,962,053 blades of grass? Smells like game day. Whoa, it's not dry yet.